Like today, Fabulous Fish and the gang meet Sensei Josh.
How long is Chapter 5? Because I'm considering doing that today.
Chapter 5 is longer than 3 to 4. It's like the size of 2. So this is the annoying part of Chapter 4.
We'll see.
It's
so
like
we're not doing 5 today then.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, this is a little better than the minecart because I'm actually in control.
Yeah. It has the annoying X walls though.
Can I jump?
I think so, yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's dumb. X is accelerate,
Yeah,
but
it's very fast-paced, unfortunately.
No. What's dumb is X was duck in the minecart, but now Y is duck.
That's probably why I thought Y was like in the minecart, because I played this a lot. I just put on Pianos Become Teeth and played and just listened to that while I did this.
All I can say is that's stupid.
Yeah.
That they would just switch the controls on you like that for no reason. Avoid hilling alligators. What?
Haha, thanks.
Yes, I pieced that together that I probably wouldn't want to hit the alligators. Oh, which way? Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of paths. That's, you have good game design when you don't need to tell a player anything and they can do it all, like Metroid.
I have never finished a Metroid game.
I'm about to finish Prime.
Shit. Okay, that hit me out of nowhere.
So, if you were hired to make a Scooby Doo movie, who would you cast for the actors for the mystery team?
Well, Matthew Lillard would have to be Shaggy.
Who's he?
He was the live-action Shaggy in the first 2 movies from the early 2000s. He was amazing as Shaggy.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's see.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was pretty good as Daphne.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Let's see.
Samuel L. Jackson as Fred.
Scarlett Johansson as Daphne.
Yes, I love Scarlett
Playing up the
Johansson.
sex appeal. Ellen
She's
Page
a good
as
actor,
Velma.
though.
Yeah, she is. Ellen Page as Velma. She got the lesbian thing going, and she's cute. I just fell through that.
Brad Pitt as Fred.
Yeah, actually, Brad Pitt as Fred.
Like if Brad Pitt was younger, they can make him younger.
Think about that. Actually, it's not bad. And I gotta think of Scooby. Samuel L. Jackson as Scooby.
Yeah. I have had it with these motherfucking ghosts in this motherfucking mansion.
Fuck.
Who would direct?
Do you see that crappy Sprite? Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
I was either gonna say M. Night Shyamalan or Christopher Nolan.
And,
or Quentin Tarantino.
The plot twist at the end is that, the Scooby Gang is actually dressed as ghosts the entire time. They're running a scheme where they're pretending to haunt a mansion so that they can get themselves hired by the owners of the mansion.
and not only is Scooby a ghost, but they're in modern day the whole time.
Well, no, they're not ghosts. It's just that, like, they're faking to be ghosts so that way they get work. And, like, that's the plot twist at the end, is that they set up all the ghosts.
And if it was directed by Christopher Nolan, it would be, like, all, like, philosophical talk and, like, really, fast edited.
If it was directed by Christopher Nolan, then, let's see,
Shaggy would talk, like...
Shaggy would have throat cancer.
Like...
Like
Scoob.
No, that'd be Scooby. He'd be like, bro, Raggy, I have throat cancer.
Raggy, the city's ready. No, fucking Raggy, the city's full of people ready to believe in good.
Fuck. I like how they're so alive so they could just get off.
And then Shaggy would be like Scoob, do I look like a man with a plan? And then Fred's...
He'd be like, Scoob, I picture you sitting across from me at my vacation spot with a lady. Like whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know that whole scene.
That was actually a good scene at the end.
That's my favorite scene in the whole trilogy. I don't care what anyone says, I love The Dark Knight Rises. But
Dark Knight Rises is my least favorite of the 3, but I do agree that one scene is really good.
I actually think it's better than Batman Begins. People are gonna hate me for that, but the plot makes no sense, but I like this movie. But he's like, 7 years you were gone. and I wish you never came back.
I did my waiting. 7 years
Yeah.
of it in Azkaban.
And he's like,
Oh, wait. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Scooby Doo.
we're just like,
Okay, but real talk. Scooby Doo, directed by Michael Bay. Shaggy's like, Scooby, you ready? And Scooby's like, oh yeah. And
Megan,
then they detonate the Megan Fox.
Megan Fox is Daphne.
I don't even think Megan Fox is that attractive.
Yeah.
But
Quentin Tarantino does it. Christopher Waltz. Well, that makes sense for Samuel L. Jackson as Scoo. We have Christopher
that
Waltz
part
as
really
Freddy.
wasn't. That part really wasn't that bad.
Oh, you beat it already. Damn.
Yeah. That was 5 minutes. Oh, there's more. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Then I feel like if you drove into a can of gas, it would hurt you.
yeah.
Because that's an obstacle in, like, Sly Cooper. Fuck. But, okay, Scooby-Doo directed by Michael Bay, and Fred's like, give me your face, as he pulls off the bad guy's mask.
And Michael Bay's like, no matter how bad the movies are, you're still gonna watch them because Michael Bay's an awful person.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo directed by Stanley Kubrick. It gets, like, super philosophical in nature by the end of it.
Yeah, that'd be great. We've gone 7 years. 7 years I waited, hoping that you wouldn't come back. Every year, took holiday, and I went to Florence. There's this cafe on the banks of Arno. Every fine evening,
okay.
I sit there and order I don't remember him saying that. I had this fantasy that I would look across the tables and see you there with a wife, a couple of kids. You wouldn't say anything to me, or me to you. We'd both know that you made it, that you were truly happy. I'd love for
Yeah,
this
no,
to-
that... It's like, I wasn't a fan of that movie, but that was a really good scene. And then the ending was really touching.
Yeah.
Though I have a question. Do you interpret the ending to be Alfred's imagination or actually Batman?
I think it actually happened. I have no
wasn't
reason
sure
for
which
it.
it was.
I like that ending. I know people call it bullshit, but it's like that's the point where it's like it fits so well with the emotion that it was going for, and it just it's too perfect to like
Well,
be like there's no way that can happen. But
Well, what I say is I like how it's open-ended, how you could interpret it as just Alfred
Yeah.
imagining that
Like
Batman's
Inception.
finally at peace.
like Inception, I love Inception.
Katie and I are actually going to watch Inception soon.
Nice, I have it on DVD.
'Cause,
that movie is so good.
Well, my favorite thing about it is Ellen Page. I could stare at her the whole time. She used to be one of my biggest celebrity crushes until she came out. I realized I had no chance with her. But,
Yeah.
we just saw The Matrix. Like, I seen The Matrix before, but Katie never saw it, and she didn't know what the plot twist in The Matrix was. And I'm like, shit, like, you need to see this then before you get it spoiled for you.
Yeah.
No, damn it.
Yeah, really. I just like Christopher Nolan movies a lot.
What else did he do?
Memento, that's an excellent movie.
I haven't seen that one.
It's really good. He's doing Dunkirk,
Fuck!
which I really want to see Dunkirk, but I have no one to go drive me to the movie theaters.
Get a license.
I have a license.
Then drive there yourself.
I don't want
Oh my god.
to. Memento, Prestige, I haven't seen that one. Inception, Interstellar.
I know Inception, I know Interstellar.
I haven't seen Interstellar, but I need to, but yeah.
Shit.
I know, I just like when directors, like, that's why I enjoyed watching Shyamalan's movies, even though they're bad. I like when directors have, like, their movies are all similar, you know?
Yeah, I like when a director has a personality.
Yeah.
And, like, Shyamalan's personality is very consistent. He always has a stupid plot twist that adds nothing to the movie and is usually really dumb.
Yeah, he's always in the movie and he's always playing, like, a dick.
He always draws attention to himself. Fuck. All his characters speak in awkward run-on sentences that don't use apostrophes.
The kids sound like adults and the adults sound like kids.
Yeah. They take itself way more seriously than it really is and pretends to be really deep.
Awkward
Like,
camera
that's every-
shots that are supposed to mean something but mean nothing.
Yeah. Like, his movies are very consistently bad in, like, the same way.
but I
That's
love
kind of
it.
why I enjoy them. It's like, a bunch of friends and I went out to see, Split together. It's like, we had a
Yeah.
great time. We were
Was
the
it
only
good?
people in the theater. No, it was horrible.
Oh.
We were the only people in the theater, though, so we could be as loud as we wanted, and we were just cracking up
That's
how
awesome.
stupid all the characters were.
Yeah, yeah, like, that's why really enjoy Tarantino's movies, and I've watched a bunch because like he uses the same actors. You know what to expect when you're gonna watch it, which I love.
You know what to expect, but like there's still a surprise factor, you know?
Yeah. And I like, because Christopher Nolan uses a lot of the same actors too. Like, I watched Inception, and it's like, you got Leonardo, oh no, not Leo, because that's the only movie. But you got Tom Hardy, you got the actor that played Maul, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and they're all in The Dark Knight Rises.
I like how we're having this film discussion here in the swamp as opposed to in the movie studio.
Yeah.
Like, there was a whole level that took place in a movie studio, and we didn't talk about this at all.
Yeah, I know, right? And we talked about The Sixth Sense in the basement.
Yeah. Fuck.
But like, yeah, Shyamalan always plays like a slightly asshole, like a slight asshole. Like in The Sixth Sense, he was that doctor who assumed that the mother was beating his kid. In Unbreakable, he was the drug dealer. In Signs, he was the guy who killed.
In Signs?
Yeah, he killed.
I like how in Signs, in his first scene, everyone's like, "Is that him?" And like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's him. And like, there's all these shots of him.
Have you seen Nostalgia Critic's review?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's like, it's him.
Nostalgia Critic has reviewed 6 Shyamalan movies.
I've seen them all. I've seen them all.
He did Last Airbender. He did Devil. He did.
I haven't seen his Devil. He did.
He did. I'm doing them in order. So it was After Earth, then it was The Happening, and then it was Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water. He didn't do a review on Unbreakable, but he had a good video talking about Unbreakable.
Well, I genuinely liked Unbreakable, so I'd like to see it. I mean, like, it wasn't amazing, but it was, like, watchable.
He talked about the whole idea of... He basically talked about what he saw in the film as it's seeing destiny as a bad thing, you know?
That's interesting. I don't think Shyamalan's smart enough to have actually...
Exactly, he was like, no, I have no idea if Shyamalan actually thought that, but...
Because, he's such a consistently bad director. I have a sneaky suspicion when that was just a fluke by accident.
Because, like, the whole idea is Samuel L. Jackson is just meant to be the bad guy.
I lived within walking distance of Shyamalan for the last 2 years.
Really?
I never met him. Yes, guy lived in Philly.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot that. I was watching The Visit, and one of his movies. I was just watching his movies, and they just mentioned they were always in Philadelphia because The Happenings in Philadelphia, Unbreakable is, and then I'm just like, oh, I should talk about that in the Mystery Mayhem recording section. So
yeah, no, I lived like within walking distance of him.
That's awesome.
There was one time. Okay, Katie and I were in New York City, and we saw this weird building. And, like, I'll put a picture of it on screen if I can find it. And the very next day, JonTron tweets, "I can't believe they built this thing across the street from where I live," and post a picture of the same building Katie and I just passed the day before.
Oh, man.
And I was just like, shit, we just passed JonTron's apartment. Like, I know where JonTron lives now.
Damn. Like, if you met Shyamalan, what would that be like? It's like, oh, I hate your movies.
No, I respect Shyamalan.
Nice to meet you, but I don't like your movies.
There is one thing I hardcore respect Shyamalan for, and that's the fact that no matter how bad his movies are, no matter how many people tell him he's terrible at it, he doesn't give up. He makes more. And it's like, he's a pretentious asshole. But, like, I totally respect the drive he has. You know? Like, he has a really, really solid thought process behind his shitty movies.
Yeah. And, like, because, like, with The Village, there were some really good parts about it. And you could tell he had good ideas. I think The Village would have been much better as a short film.
I think The Village would have been much better if the actors were actually acting.
It's because, like, I know the big complaint is
the
twist is so easy to get, but I think that twist actually adds a bit to the story, because it makes sense, but it's, like, not surprising at all.
It doesn't add a lot, but I do agree it's one of his better twists, despite the fact that it's super easy to guess.
Yeah. Like, I had the twist spoiled for me because of Nostalgia Critic, but, like, even when I was watching that, I was like, because I was watching, I was like, oh, I don't know if I would have gotten this, until they started being like, those we don't speak of. I'm like, there it is.
I guessed it pretty early on.
Yeah.
So that said, I am, like, super analytical watching movies. I guess the outcomes of almost every movie.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know the archetypes so well, like, I can tell exactly what's going to happen in almost every movie I've seen.
Billy Bob.
But it'll take more than zombies or them Greenwood suits to make me go.
Did you say Greenwood?
Sure did. Them's the fellers who bought this land. They also be catching them zombies and sending them away in big old army trucks. Anyone for some sandwiches?
Sure.
I don't know what to make of this game anymore.
I feel like this is where they stopped trying. They put all their effort into Chapter 3.
I finally found you. This is bad. Zombies have attacked the army trucks, and Daphne and Fred are in danger.
But like we haven't found the Tome of Doom page for zombies yet.
You mean like this one?
Like exactly like this one.
I found it in one of them trucks.
Great. Let's go save the others.